welcome back to my channel, Kemi's Corner. So today I'll be talking about a very sensitive topic, racism. Yeah, racism. Is there racism in Germany? Yeah, there's racism in Germany. But do you know what? There's racism everywhere. Everywhere. Even in your own home country, you are racist to one another. Though I think the word is love. Do we love one another? Do we? Do you love your neighbor? You, yes, I'm talking to you. Do you love your neighbor? Do you even love your own siblings? Do you love your parents? Do you plan evil for people? Do you see people and look down on them? So, yeah, before we begin to cross over, you'll be in your country, you'll be talking about racism in another person's country. Do you even love those around you? Those within your own country, do you love them? And then there's racism here, yeah, and I've experienced it. But even in Nigeria, let's be sincere with one another, okay? We have tribal problems. Interracial marriage and all that. Oh, your father is Igbo. Your father or your parents are, you guys are Igbo, your parents will ask you not to get married to a Yoruba person. Why? I heard of a story or read of a story of a teenager who died of recent. What happened? They are Igbos. Listen to me, they are Igbos who live in Lagos. They live in Lagos, for crying out loud, and they don't want, they didn't want, because their daughter actually died. They killed their daughter. Can you believe this? Their daughter actually dated a Yoruba person, and these parents went against her. Like, she mustn't have anything to do with this guy. Unfortunately, she got pregnant. She even had a baby. And I heard, according to the story, that even while she was pregnant, they stabbed her, they maltreated her, they did so many things. Their own blood. This is now their own blood. We're not even talking about a white person here. This is their own blood. This is what they did to their own child, their own offspring. This is who they both went into the bedroom or wherever they were to make. As in their own child. They beat this girl to death. Because, why didn't they stay back or go back to their own hometown or their own states, wherever they are? I think they're from Imo or wherever, I don't even know. This is what I'm talking about. So everybody keeps thinking, oh, racism, oh, racism. Racism is even everywhere. We should just keep short on the word racism and talk about love. We don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. And this thing has to do with one's personality. Everybody is different. Everybody is the same way. They say the five fingers are different. Yeah, they're not equal. Okay, in Nigeria, there's this set of people, the Ijebus, they ascribe a name to them that they're stingy. Does it mean if you go to Lagos State, you won't find stingy people? Does it mean if you go to Gombe State, you won't find stingy people? Yeah. There's stingy people everywhere. Does it mean if you go to Finland, you won't find stingy people? There's stingy people everywhere. The same way love, the same way hate is everywhere. The same way you find the ugly everywhere. The same way you find the beautiful everywhere. The same way you find, it is everywhere. And I don't mean ugly physically. I don't mean beautiful physically. I'm talking about the inner mind. So you see, we need to love ourselves. But I'm not surprised. The world is coming to an end and there's no love anymore. That's the truth. Brothers killing brothers, sisters killing sisters, mother killing, as in parents killing their own children. The world is coming to an end. But let's put that aside. Now we're talking about racism in Germany. Are Germans racist? German, the word, doesn't mean one person. You're asking a question involving a population of God knows, as in there are a lot of people here, yeah? And they're not only Germans who live here in Germany. Every white person is not German. You should know that. Every white person is not German. We have so many people from other European countries. Everybody is not German. We also have non-EU people here, so they are not German. So you might have had an encounter with a white person. That doesn't mean the person is German. Now, I'll talk about my experience. This is not even a German. She's from one of these non-European countries. What happened? You know, when they see when it's whites, some of them, yeah, I'm not talking about everyone. Some of them, when they see blacks, they don't expect to see us with clothes on. They don't expect to see us looking so beautiful, glowing, looking radiant and all that. They don't expect that. They expect us to look so tattered looking, ugly, looking like monkeys, according to them, you know, not putting on clothes. Because what the TV shows them here, people who live in bushes and all that. Someone even asked me one time, oh, no, she didn't even ask, she said something, oh, I love Africa. I love bamboos. You people sleep on bamboos. I'm like, our parents were there that day and I couldn't even say anything. The father too was like, oh, do you get to talk to your family? Do you have internet? I'm like, I talk to them on Skype. Oh, WhatsApp and all that. We make video calls. So, yeah, the internet might not be so perfect like what we have here in Germany, but we have internet, for crying out loud. You know, any white person watching this video, you guys should educate yourselves. There's Google. Go to Google. Make searches. Yeah? Make searches. Don't just sit and listen to whatever you hear from your next door neighbor, your friend and all that. You guys should do better. Stop asking us questions. And these questions are annoying. Okay, back to this non-EU girl who said some shit to me. At first, she was like, oh, she realized that in the midst of everybody, I was always being elevated. I was always being talked about, as in looked upon. She was just envious of me. That's just the word. She was envious of me. And she didn't like the fact that this black girl, this black girl, who is she? She's supposed to be the in thing. Everybody comes up to me, oh, please. She didn't like the fact that everybody comes up to me to ask questions or to talk about my hair, to talk about this, this, da. Then one day, we were all talking, everybody, we were all gisting. And she went, I don't like Africa. I can never go to Africa. And I was like, oh, really? Why? She said because she doesn't want to be she doesn't want lions. She didn't even say eat. She said she doesn't want lions to scratch her. Like scratch. She didn't talk about eat or she didn't talk about devour. She talked about scratch. So a lion will see you and will say hello first, then just scratch you. Like a lion will just see you and scratch. That day I was like, how as in, I just want to I want to imagine how I want to go into people's heads and just see what they think of. As in, I just want to see what people think of and how they think and what they I don't think some people think with their brains. I'm sorry, but I was taken aback. I was flabbergasted by what she said. How can she say she doesn't want to be scratched? So a lion will see you. Let's even talk about this. A lion will see you, and the next thing the lion wants to do is just scratch you and walk away. I didn't sleep all that night because I kept on pondering on so many things. I didn't say anything to her. Others, I let others give her their minds, and others were like, "Look at her. Does she have any scratches on her body?" I just let that go. Then another day I saw her. I now had to open up to her. I'm like, what you said that it didn't even make sense. How can you say you can't come to Africa because you don't want a lion to scratch you? All the of all the Africans you've seen or met, how many scratches have you seen on them? Without them being killed, or maybe they died and they resurrected, because I'm not understanding. So I had to bring her, reset her brain, make her think right, as in bring her back to her senses. Like, a lion won't see you and say hello or scratch you and walk away. A lion will eat you up. Maybe you don't even know what a lion is. Maybe she doesn't even have an idea what a lion is or who a lion is or whatever. So I had to bring her back to her senses. I'm like, a lion won't say hello to you and walk away. A lion will grab you and eat you. So don't talk about you don't want to be scratched by a lion and all that. So, you know, we got talking and she was like, hey, you Negro. Oh, you nigger. Okay, no, you nigger, last mission rule. As in, you nigger, leave me alone. And I went, oh, really? I'm trying to educate you here and you call me a nigger? And I left her. And that was it. I stopped being friends with her. And she was shocked. I stopped being friends with her. I stopped being friends with her. As in, I will not... I'm trying to make you see things from a reasonable perspective. From what you've known before about Africa. And I'm trying to change it here for you, and you're telling me, and you're calling me a nigger. Like, girl, I stopped being friends with her. I cut her off. Like, you know, one thing I enjoy, or I'm grateful for being here, is being able to stand up for myself and stand up to people. As in, these are the things I couldn't do back then in Nigeria. I'm sorry, I don't know why. Okay, like I said in my previous video, I think I just because I always wanted to be in the good book of people, you know, I wanted to be in their good book, or good books rather. I wanted everybody to see me as a nice girl, and I think it was just, I don't know, you know, I'm this kind of girl. Growing up, you could use me anyhow, just because I love to make friends. I'm an extrovert. Let me just put it that way. I love to make friends. So, you know, I was able to, as in, she didn't even believe it. She would say hello to me and I would not respond. Yeah, I was being, you can call me childish, but that was it. As in, that was the end. We saw each other in shops and I walked past her and she was staring at me. As in, that was it. You would not disrespect me. No, you wouldn't. Another experience was, I was at the bus stop one day and a lady came up to me and she just kept on murmuring some things, black, 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 as in Schwarz, black, black, black. I'm like, do you know me from anywhere? And next thing, I saw her going round and round a circle. I'm like, oh, she's sick. And I didn't even exchange words with her. And I just left. I took a bus and I just left. Then another one, we were at in a gathering, a meeting and all that. Yeah, and it's a meeting for women. Yeah, it was about women empowerment, and we all gathered around, and you know, you just talk, and we talk about different things, help and all that. Let me not go into details. So this lady was like, okay, we talked about Africa and looked at possible ways to, you know, connect to Africa, help and all that. And one lady said, oh, she doesn't think she can go to Africa because her daughter said, I laugh. Her daughter said, there are so many snakes in Africa. This is a lady of over 30 years of age. She said, her daughter said, there are so many snakes in Africa, and that is why she can't go to Africa. Like, someone, I need help. How can an adult spew such? She can't go to Africa because there's so many snakes. You know, that one, I realized that it was better to talk immediately and iron out issues than walking away. So from my last experience, yeah, the other one, I just let her be, and when I had time for her, I, you know, approached her. But this one, I spoke up immediately. In fact, what we were supposed to do, I took over that day. And if she's watching this video, she knows I'm talking about her. You know? And I stood up that day and I'm like, hey. There are snakes everywhere. I hope you know that. There are snakes everywhere. And in Africa, snakes don't just walk everywhere. We don't sleep with snakes. We don't wake up with snakes. We don't wake up with animals. We don't sleep with animals. And I spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke, and they were all calm, Daddy. I'm like, don't let the TV deceive you. Yes, whatever you see on TV, there are people who live that way. So, you know, I stood up and I said a lot of things. And thank God there was a projector that day. So, immediately, I took the computer. I typed Africa. I typed Nigeria. And do you know, they keep on saying Africa. They don't even know Africa is a continent. So, I had to lecture them. This is a room of different women from different countries, yeah? I had to lecture them. I had to let them know that. They were shocked. They didn't even know Africa was a continent. I'm like, the way Europe is a continent, it's the same way Africa is a continent. You have so many countries in Europe, it's the same way we have so many countries in Africa. Africa is not just one place. It's not just the same place you watch on TV all the time. No. Africa is bigger than what you think of. Do you know how many countries are in Africa? And I had to show them. First, I showed them a map of Africa. And I'm like, see, the same way you have map of, and you see, Africa is just close to Europe. Africa is close to Europe. And I'm like, you have north, you have south, you have east, you have west. You have, that's just the same way. And they were like, oh. So I showed them some countries. I showed them South Africa. I showed them Nigeria, where I'm from. I'm like, this is South, this is West. I'm from West Africa. So when you meet me on a normal day and you ask questions and I begin to tell you I'm from Africa, you should ask where in Africa. And I'll have to tell you I'm from West Africa. So don't just think Africa is just one place. No. No. Africa is a continent, okay? Africa is a continent. And that day I talked and I was so proud of myself that day. Another one now came up and said, oh, but it doesn't snow. It's always so hot in Africa. It doesn't snow in Africa. I'm like, oh my God, you guys should just stop this. Like, snow. Just because you're white doesn't mean snow is ascribed to you people. And we are black and sun is ascribed to us. No. This is why we have Google, for crying out loud. I told them, I said it snows in Africa. I remember I told them about South Africa on the mountains. And yeah, I just remembered, even in Tanzania, on the this mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro, yeah, it snows there. So I showed them. They were like, oh, Africa, snow, schnee? I'm like, yeah, it snows. It snows in Africa. So this is why I told them that day. Remember, whenever I have any questions troubling you, go straight to Google. You have phones. That's why you have data. They carry phones up and down. Yeah. It's not just for media alone. It's not just for entertainment alone. You can make researches. And I schooled them, and I was so proud of myself that day. Before, in fact, time now went. The leader of the meeting that day, someone wanted to stop me, and she was like, "No, let her continue." And I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. I talked, and by the time we finished, they were like, oh, thank you, they didn't know. I'm like, you just have to go to Google. Stop carrying the same information you've known about Africa for a very long time. Stop sharing it. It is wrong. Stop sharing the wrong information. And you go home and tell your daughter that Africa is not what you think. Open the computer or your phone. Show it to her. Let her see how beautiful Africa is. We have cars, we have houses. And do you know what I told them that day? One person, a family, most times they have more than 2 cars. I showed them, I even played a movie. I've forgotten the movie. I showed them houses. They were like, as in, you could see the reactions on their faces. I'm like, these are our movies. We have movies too. And they saw houses. They saw cars. You know? These are the things that whenever you meet the so-called racists or the people who don't have a good information, a good knowledge about Africa, you don't fight them. Don't do that. Don't fight them. School them. School them. Don't fight them. Because the moment you fight them is like you're trying to show how. Let's not even go into that. The point is just school them. Don't fight them. Because this is what most of them grew up knowing. And they didn't even try to make researches. No, some of them don't even have that time. Who has the time to go and click on Africa and blah blah blah? They don't. But once you school them and you put such information into their head, wherever they go to and they have the time, they will also make their own researches. Yeah. Yeah, we Africans in the diaspora, let's change the perspective they have about us. Let's stop fighting. I watch some videos on social media and I'm like, why do we do this? You see two ladies fighting each other just because of a guy on the street. And I think for Germany, Germany is a very tolerant country. They don't do that. You can't see two people fighting, and when they fight, the police comes immediately. You will pay fine. Yes, you will pay fine. So you don't see people going on the streets fighting. It helps your own well-being. It helps you. It helps your own well-being. You don't begin to carry things on your head like, oh, this one offended me, that one offended me, I'm going to fight, I'm going to do this. No, we don't need all that. We need love. Let's show love. Let's spread love. Africans in the diaspora, please, I beg, I plead. Let's show love. Let's stop fighting. Let's let them know that we are more than that. Okay? You get to meet my best friend is a German. When you get to see, or when you go to a place, for instance, and you see where some whites move away, they don't just move away because of they want to move away. Do you know what they think of? They think of brutality. They don't want to have a quarrel with you and you begin to beat them up. That's what comes to their mind. When they see Africans, they think of brutality. They think of fights. They think you're going to harm them, and that's the truth. So please, let's learn to show love. Africans in the diaspora. So today is all about sharing love and showing love. Okay, please, let's show love. There is racism everywhere. It is not only in Europe. It is not only in the abroad. There's racism everywhere. Okay? And you know, these Germans, they're so nice. And that's the truth. They are nice. Like I said, everybody in this world, everybody has different personality. Today you meet the beautiful at heart. Tomorrow you meet the ugly at heart. Yeah. It's the same way everywhere in the world. So please, let's not just say there's racism in one particular place. There's racism everywhere in the world. What about South Africans killing Nigerians? What do you call that? The xenophobic. What do you call that? So yes, they are racist here in Germany, and I've heard other brutal stories, but that is not my story. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not interested in that. All I'm here to talk about is love and to change that perspective. That we need to show love and stop preaching hate. Stop talking about racism. Let's just talk about love, love, love. We love that. What most people don't realize is, I'm talking about everybody now, black, white. What you guys don't realize is we have the same body and we have blood running through our veins. It's not water. Okay? So we're all humans. Black, white, green, purple, we're all humans. Let's learn to love one another. Okay? And the thing is, Germans, if you open up to them, if you show that, oh, you're not this kind of person, you're just because they are very open. They are very open. And once you show that you're open too, you will enjoy the friendship with them. They are very open. And I think another thing, most people think Germans are racist, or they are not nice. Let me not use the word racist. They are not nice people. Is Germans? People think Germans are not nice people. Germans are very straightforward. Like, they tell you A is A, B is B. They don't beat around the bush. That is how they are brought up. Let me tell you an instance. I went to the playground with my daughter one time, and at the playground, I'm like, oh, look at your friend. And she turned, she was like, who? I'm like, I even called the person's name. She was like, no, that's not my friend. That's just a kid in my class. I'm like, okay. Now you Africans, can you relate to that? Can you see someone in your class and call the person just a kid in my class? No, you call the person a friend. But they are going to define the word friendship. Let me use there. Germans are going to define the word friendship. I'm not your friend, you know. You're just a kid in my class. You're just someone I met. Okay. So I remember back then, a friend of mine and I were talking one day, And she's like, she doesn't. She's also she's an European, yeah, but she's not German. She's an European. So she was like, she doesn't understand why she would say hello to a parent now, and the next moment she sees the person and the person keeps a straight face. I'm like, I don't know too, and that's true. Let me explain to you. Okay, let me elaborate. Yeah, I go to okay, maybe I go shopping, and at the shopping mall I see a parent. Yeah, yeah, our kids go to the same school, and we don't say hello to each other. Although when we now get back to school, we say hello to each other. As in, we go to pick our kids from school, we say hello to each other. As in, I'm sure you're not even understanding. Fine. An African will see each other at the mall. We'll say hello. We'll see ourselves somewhere else. We'll still say hello to each other. We'll see ourselves somewhere else. We'll still say hello to each other. Going back to school again, we'll still say hello to each other. That is Africans. That's the difference, yeah? We are, I don't know, I think we are more friendly. Germans are friendly too, but they just like to define their own kind of friendship, yeah? I'm not friends with you. We are not friends. Do you get? I think I think that's just the word. We are more friendly. We are more... There's this word. Okay, maybe when I find it, when I remember, I'll tell you guys. So, do you understand my point? This is someone we've seen each other at our kids' school. We said hello to each other. We meet at the mall. We don't say hello to each other. We walk past each other like we don't know each other. That's Germans. But an African will say hello. Let me use Africa let me use Nigeria for example. Maybe you walk past an elderly person. Okay, maybe in the church. Yeah, you walk past an elderly person in the church. You greet the person. You walk past again, you see the person, you nod, you utter a word, you say something. Yeah, maybe or yeah, well done, sir. You pass again, you still nod or say something. You can't just pass by, or you give a smile. There must be this communication. It may not be a verbal communication, but there must be this communication. As in, either you smile or you nod or something. Do you get my point? But Germans don't even have time for all that, though. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. Just because our kids are in the same school doesn't mean we are friends. But that doesn't mean they hate you. That's the point. They don't hate you. They don't hate you. Okay, so that's just the difference. That doesn't mean... So most Africans think, oh, they are racist. How can I see this person now? The person doesn't want to talk to me again. No. It doesn't mean they hate you. They don't. So I think that's just the difference. That's why most Africans think, oh, Germans are this, Germans are that. No. Because I have a German as a best friend, and okay, I've lived there for a while, and I can tell the difference, yeah? And when I hear some Africans speak, I'm like, I try to correct them, and I'm like, no, Germans are loving people. Let me tell you an experience. I went shopping one day, and you won't believe it, I forgot my my wallet at home. Yeah. And I'm not talking about 10 euro shopping. I'm not talking about 5 euro shopping. I'm talking about 20 something euro shopping. And I told the lady, I'm like, oh, okay, you might have to leave it here while I go back home to get my purse. And the lady behind me was like, no, don't worry, I'll pay for everything. I'm not exaggerating, I'm not lying. God sees my heart. This lady paid for everything I bought, 20 something euro. Do you get 20 something worth of groceries that I bought that day? Foodstuffs and everything. Foodstuff that I bought that day. So, do you get my point now? They are nice. They are nice. You just carry your smiley face everywhere. If they smile back, fine. If they don't smile back, fine. Don't carry people on your head and say, oh, this one, look. And another thing, remove that racism, remove that hatred from your mind. If you go out with love, go out with smiles and all that. Do you get? If you go out thinking positive, if you go out with a smile on your face, if you go out feeling light, if you go out not having hatred or not thinking, oh, who is going to be, who's going to hate on me today, who is going to be racist, or who is going to, if you don't have all that at the back of your mind, I tell you, you go out with smiles and go out positively and come back positively. I had to change my own mindset too, because at the beginning it was like, how will I say hello to this person today? Oh, this person doesn't like me. They're racist. I used to think that way too, and that's the truth. But you know, integrating into the system, I had to realize that, okay, these people are not who we think they are. Of course, they are bad eggs, but let's give kudos to the good eggs too. That's the truth. Let's give kudos to the good eggs. You know, once I got to realize that, okay, this is how they are, this is how it works. I don't go out thinking, oh, who is going to hate on me today? I don't do that anymore. You go out with smiles, and do you know what? The more you smile, the younger you get. You won't even have wrinkles, and that's the truth. You hardly have wrinkles. You won't even look old. And one thing about them, they mind their businesses. In fact, businesses, they can. I give them kudos for that. 100%. They can mind their business, and they don't carry people. As in the way we Africans, I'm sorry, but we Africans, we can carry people on our head. You have issue. I have issues with you. And because I tell you, I have issues with C. Because I tell B, B will now start having issues with C. Why? Why do we do that? Why? Why do we do that? Germans won't do that. I've learned a lot. I'm sorry. I've learned a lot. I used to do that back then too. If you hate on my friend, I hate on you too. Why? Why should I now start carrying drinking headache for no reason, which doesn't make sense? And in future, the person you're hating on might now be a help to you, and because you're hating on the person, hello. So let's love. And what I'm preaching is love today. I'm just preaching love today. Love. Let's love one another. Okay? They're bad eggs and they're good eggs. That's the truth. But let's give kudos to the good eggs too. In Africa too, oh my God. We are loving people. One thing about Africans too, oh, we go extra mile for ourselves when we want to. Just look at the power of social media. One person has one sickness or one ailment and can't pay. Everybody says, okay, let's help this person. They begin to tag one another. Before you know, they've contributed. Africans, I love my African brothers and sisters. As in, do you know, when I see that, my heart melts. I'm like, oh my God. We go out. We go a long way for ourselves. And it's good. There's so many organizations like this guy, Williams Uchemba. That guy is doing well. Helping people, going to help the destitute. We Africans, we have a large heart. We do. Like I said, let's give kudos to the good eggs too, and not just talk about the bad eggs only. There are bad eggs everywhere. There are good eggs everywhere. So let's talk about the good and preach love. So I'm going to stop here. I've been talking too much and I'm getting hungry. I went out, came back. I'm like, let me quickly do this video before I go to eat. So my brothers and sisters, black, white, orange, gold, green, yellow, we are all one. Whether we like it or not, we are all one. Let's show love to one another. There's no point hating on one another. There's no point killing one another. There's no point. There's no point. Let's make the world a better place. Show love. Preach love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you all. And please subscribe to my channel. Like. Said love. Like. Please subscribe. Like. Comment. Give your opinions too. Yeah, in the comment section. And share. You can share my video too. Thank you very much. See you in my next one. Bye.